What is happening to Social Security right now in 2026 is something every single beneficiary needs to understand, because the government has made a series of moves recently that are creating more uncertainty around this program than most seniors have seen in their lifetime. And I want to be honest with you from the very first minute of this video. Some of what I am going to share is genuinely concerning, but I am also going to give you the complete, accurate picture, not the scary half-truths that are spreading across social media right now, because understanding what is actually happening is the only thing that truly protects you. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you will know exactly what these government moves mean for your benefits, who is most affected, and what steps you can take right now to protect your income. Let me start by telling you why this moment feels different from other times people have worried about Social Security. For decades, politicians have warned that Social Security is going broke, that benefits will be cut, that the system is failing. Most of those warnings were exaggerated, but right now, in 2026, several things are happening simultaneously. Staffing cuts at SSA, office closures, new monitoring programs, political debates about who should and should not receive benefits, and serious long-term funding questions. And when all of those things happen at the same time, the pressure on the system becomes very real. And the people who feel that pressure most directly are not politicians or administrators. They are you. The retirees, the disabled, the widows, the people for whom that monthly deposit is the difference between stability and crisis. I want to tell you about a woman I will call Barbara. Barbara is 71 years old, a retired school cafeteria worker from Indiana. She receives Social Security retirement benefits and a small SSI supplement because her retirement benefit alone does not fully cover her expenses. When she started seeing news reports about government changes to Social Security, monitoring programs, potential benefit cuts, and office closures, she became genuinely frightened. She called her daughter, who called me asking 3 questions. Is my check going to stop? Is the government going to start watching my bank account? And is Social Security really going broke? Barbara deserved honest answers to all 3 of those questions. Not panic, not political spin. Honest answers. So let me give you the same honest answers right now, because Barbara's questions are probably your questions too. First, is Social Security going broke? Here is the truth, and I want you to really hear this. Social Security is not going bankrupt. It cannot go bankrupt the way a business goes bankrupt. As long as people are working and paying into the system through their payroll taxes, money is coming in. What the Social Security Trustees report, in which is published every single year and is publicly available, actually says is this. If nothing changes between now and approximately 2033, the trust fund reserves will be depleted. At that point, incoming payroll tax revenue would cover roughly 77 to 79% of scheduled benefits. That means a potential reduction in benefits, not an elimination of them. You would still receive a check. It would just be smaller than promised if Congress does nothing. And Congress has fixed funding shortfalls before. The last major fix was in 1983. This is a serious problem that needs serious solutions. But it is not the apocalypse that some people are describing. Now here is where things get genuinely complicated. And this is the part that directly affects people receiving benefits today. There are active political conversations happening right now about who should receive Social Security benefits and who should not. Some officials have publicly stated that they want to remove people from the roles who they claim never paid into the system. And here is the problem with that framing. It is deeply misleading. And if taken at face value, it could affect millions of people who absolutely deserve their benefits. Let me be very clear about who receives Social Security benefits without having paid directly into the system themselves. Disabled children. Children who became disabled before age 22 and receive benefits through a parent's earnings record. Surviving children. Kids who lost a parent and receive survivor benefits even though they personally never worked. Spouses who stayed home to raise families. They may never have paid FICA taxes directly, but they receive spousal and survivor benefits because their partner did. These are not fraudulent recipients. These are people the Social Security system was specifically designed to protect. Any political conversation that talks about removing people who did not pay in without acknowledging these groups is either deeply uninformed or deliberately misleading, and you deserve to know that. Now let us talk about the monitoring issue, because this is causing enormous confusion and a lot of unnecessary fear. Here is the clear, simple truth. If you receive regular Social Security retirement benefits, SSDI, survivor benefits, or spousal benefits, the government is not monitoring your bank account and does not care where you travel. You can move to another state, travel internationally, live abroad, and your benefits continue. There are only two countries where Social Security cannot send payments: Cuba and North Korea. Everywhere else, your check follows you. However, this is a very important however, if you receive SSI, which stands for Supplemental Security Income, the rules are completely different. SSI is a needs-based welfare program. It has always required financial monitoring. When you qualify for SSI, you acknowledge that your income and assets will be reviewed to make sure you still qualify. That has always been true. What is new is that the Department of Homeland Security is now being brought in to help monitor the travel patterns of SSI recipients specifically, because SSI rules already state that if you leave the United States for more than 30 days, your SSI stops. The new arrangement is simply meant to enforce that existing rule more consistently. If you receive SSI, you need to know this. If you receive any other type of Social Security benefit, this does not apply to you. Here is what concerns me most about the current environment. And this is the part I want every viewer to pay attention to. When there is this much uncertainty, this much noise, and this much political back and forth about Social Security, scammers thrive. They are already flooding phone lines, email inboxes, and social media with messages designed to exploit your fear. You may receive a call telling you that due to recent government changes, your Social Security number has been flagged and your benefits are under review. You may get a message saying you need to verify your information immediately or your payments will stop. You may even see social media posts claiming that SSA is cutting off benefits for specific groups starting on a specific date. Most of this is false. All of it is designed to frighten you into making a fast decision without thinking clearly. If you receive any communication claiming to be from Social Security that creates urgency or asks for personal information, do not respond to it directly. Call SSA yourself at 1-800-772-2113 and verify whether anything on your actual account requires attention. So what should you actually do right now to protect yourself? Here is your step-by-step plan. Step 1. Log in to your My Social Security account at ssa.gov and confirm that all of your personal information is accurate and current. Your address, your bank account details, your contact information. A strained system makes errors more easily and fixes them more slowly, so your information being correct is your first line of defense. Step 2. Know which type of benefit you receive. Are you on retirement benefits, SSDI, SSI, survivor benefits, spousal benefits? Knowing exactly what program you are on tells you exactly which rules apply to you and which ones do not. If you are not sure, call SSA and ask them to clarify. Step 3. If you receive SSI specifically, be aware of the travel monitoring change. Do not leave the United States for more than 30 days without understanding the impact on your benefits. If you have questions about how this affects you, contact SSA before you travel. Step 4. Mark your payment dates on a calendar every single month. In the current environment where SSA is operating with reduced staff and higher workloads, payment delays are more possible than they used to be. Knowing exactly when your deposit is expected means you will catch any problem immediately rather than days later. Step 5. Stay connected to accurate information, not social media rumors, not political speeches. The actual SSA website at ssa.gov, the annual trustees report, and trusted benefits advisors. The SSA publishes clear information about your rights and your benefits, and reading it directly is far more reliable than secondhand summaries. For caregivers and family members, right now your role is more important than ever. Please help the seniors you support understand the difference between SSI and regular Social Security benefits, because confusing the two is causing tremendous unnecessary anxiety. Help them check their My Social Security account. Help them identify and ignore scam calls. And if they have heard something frightening about their benefits and they are not sure whether it is true, help them find the accurate answer, either through SSA Gov or by calling SSA directly. Your calm, informed presence in their life right now is genuinely protective. Here's the honest bottom line. Social Security is under real pressure right now. Staffing cuts are slowing down processing. Political debates are creating confusion about who deserves benefits. Long-term funding challenges are real and need congressional action. And a new monitoring arrangement is affecting SSI recipients in a way they need to understand. All of that is true. And none of it means your benefits are disappearing tomorrow. The system is strained, not broken. The rules are changing in specific ways for specific groups, not across the board for everyone. What protects you in this environment is the same thing that has always protected beneficiaries: accurate information, current account details, and prompt action when something requires your attention. Check your account this week. Know your benefit type. Ignore the noise and focus on the facts, and share this video with someone who is worried right now. Because calm, accurate information is the most powerful antidote to the fear that is spreading. You earned your benefits. You deserve them. And with clear information and a few proactive steps, you can protect them through whatever changes come next.